What's going on, everybody? Eric Lindquist at Stochastic here on the Odd Chopper channel, coming to you with another edition of Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks. Hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell. That way you know whenever great betting content is going live here at a little neck of the YouTube woods. I kind of mixed up the intro there. Not on purpose. Not what I was going for. Just like the Knicks losing by a lot now in the fourth quarter, that escalated quickly. They were tied with 6 minutes left to go. I felt good. Things were good. Whatever, we cashed a couple of our early tickets in the premium Discord. We got the Fred VanVleet over PRA. That was kind of an easy cash. Got that one done mid-third quarter. I like those kind of sweats. Those are more fun. Philadelphia, they're up by infinity points against Chicago. Feels good to be right about some things, but I'm sure the one person who's always in the comment section, who always tells me the one thing that I got wrong, can't wait to show up. Well, guess what? Austin Reeves is starting tonight. If he doesn't go over on his 21.5 PRA, I quit. I'm done. I'm never coming back. That's not true. I lied. I will be back. I'll be back. Bet365 is back. Bet $1, get $365 in bet credits right now. If you're in the great states of, here they are, 4 of them, Colorado, Virginia, Ohio, New Jersey. I'm getting so much faster at saying though. Again, Colorado, Ohio, New Jersey, Virginia. I said them in a different order. That sucked. But what doesn't suck, $365 in bet credits when you deposit $10 and bet just $1, one measly dollar on anything. No strings attached. It is fantastic stuff. If you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. But we got a short one on tap. I could talk very slow. I could try to make this video last forever. My producer would kill me, but I'd do it. I'm going to keep doing this. This isn't very funny. We have 4 games. That's what I'm getting at. There's not a lot to talk about for today's slate, but I do have a lock on it. I don't want to force locks on 4-game slates. It's still something I'm absolutely in love with. Bet it the other day. I'm going to talk about it in the nightcap, very last game of the night, but don't fast forward. We got enough to talk about. Let's just do it then, shall we? Let's get to the picks. Anyone seen the Book of Mormon, the musical? Anyone? South Park people. It's fantastic. Orlando, 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 SeaWorld and Disney and putt-putt golfing. Yeah, I'm trying to kill time on this show today. We've got the Knicks and the tail end of the back-to-back after disappointing us on Wednesday. They're facing the Magic in Orlando. Orlando. Pretty useless injury statuses right now with Jalen Suggs out, and that's really it. Again, always be on high alert with these back-to-backs for teams resting dudes, but this is a Tom Thibodeau coach team, and he, Tom Thibodeau, has no regard for human life when it comes to his starters. He will run them out there as fast and as hard as possible if their ligaments are attached to their body. So yeah, even Jalen Brunson, who just got back from a foot issue, feels closer to in for me than out. Guess we'll see. But as narrow as this spread appears, Knicks were only 2-point dogs against Miami. Now they're only 2.5-point favorites against Orlando. I actually agree with it. The emergence of Markelle Fultz and Paolo Banchero has been extremely fun to watch, fun 2-man game, and I think there's a decent chance this Orlando team is a piece away, a Wembanyama or another wing across from Franz Wagner, from being a relevant Eastern Conference team next year. But that's not going to help them this year against this Knicks team, so that's cool. We didn't bet them against my beloved Timberwolves, that being the Knicks, thank God. We did bet them against the Heat. Oops. But think I'll be leaning on their money line side here until further notice. Don't know what to do with it yet. Maybe you get Brunson out. Yeah, out of all 4 games, this is the one that I do not know what to do with. We don't have Knicks props, obviously. Orlando props look efficient. Let's go to the next game. Off to Brooklyn for Cavs and Nets, and I am sick of this Nets team. They are disappointing me. They are hurting my soul. They are the adjectives in all the land that describe sadness. And they're facing the Cavs, who, despite being 4th in the Eastern Conference, grade out as 1st in adjusted net rating in the entire association on dunksandthrees.com. So what does that mean? It means they're very good at basketball, the Cavs. It means they are very good at stopping you from scoring the basketball, too. Don't know how many times I can tell you on this program, but first and foremost, notice the adjusted defensive rating. First, because Evan Mobley and Jared Allen are nasty. It's not an enjoyable experience going toe-to-toe with them, so have at it, Nicholas Claxton, Dorian Finney-Smith. Dayron Sharp. He played good last game in garbage time. But even though I sort of like you for 2 dimes, Mr. Nicholas Claxton wasn't available in some books last time. I feel like it was available everywhere closer to tip-off. So hopefully you found it because he had 2 of them in 6 minutes in that game. You go off, King. Go off again. But for Wednesday, I actually found something I like better. I was toying around with a little 3-ball single game parlay that I kind of like here for this one. Now, both of these plays are juiced nearly minus 180, minus 190. It opened on DraftKings. This is the only book it's available on right now. DraftKings.com. Hopefully it's available other places and we can find a better number tomorrow. But you put these two together and what do you got? Bibbity bobbity boo. Or plus 135 together. There you go. Now, be sure to shop for the best lines at OddShopper. You can sign up for that in the video description box below. But when all the books drop lines for the games tomorrow, find the over of 1.5 threes for Darius Garland plus 1.5 threes for Spencer Dinwiddie because that is a play I can get behind. The Cavs are not going to get beat on the interior. We know that. And the Nets should give ample opportunity to the true point guard who made his return here, and he avoids the Bridges Mitchell cluster F that we have going. You know, that's going to be happening. But we'll take a deeper dive into both points props tomorrow, as well as that Claxton over 1.5 assists. If you can find it, I know it's available on Caesars right now, but a like play on 2 points here for sure. Darius Garland over 1.5 threes and Spencer Dinwiddie over 1.5 threes. Boom. Like, God, I hate this picture of me. Can we get rid of this picture of me? The only way to get rid of this picture of me is to finally take advantage. Everybody needs to sign up for this, and I can stop looking at my horrendous, ridiculous, I'm scared. Oh no. You got me. Oh, it's a surprise. This is totally the face of a person who knew that they had a surprise party and is trying to fake it. Right? Like, that's 100% what this is. So please get this off the screen forever by signing up at Bet365 now. If you're in the great states of Colorado, New Jersey, Ohio, and Virginia, yes, those 4 states, you deposit $10, you bet $1, you're going to get $365 in bonus bets. Surprise! You get to take advantage of that, and I don't, because you live in a fantastic state, and the other 46 states of us, we're mad. We're not happy about it, but good for you. I want you to take advantage of it because $365 for $1 seems like a good deal to me. It's like that's better than betting a 16 seed against Purdue. Does anybody remember that team's name? Farley? Somebody's going to let me know how stupid I am in the comment section below now. I don't really care. I'm going to move on. This is if you're 21 and over. And if you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. All right. Surprise! Back to the picks. Next up on our 4-game joyride, we go to New Orleans Nolans. They're going to be hosting the Hornets. There's no injury news we're waiting on. Oh, good. Fun. Who's having fun? We're having fun. I'm looking at the props. I hate everything. I hate this line. This is perfect. I have this projected for 7.1. You know how dumb that is? That's not an enjoyable experience for anybody, but I am close to pulling the trigger on it over here. And I know I should be giving you a lot of analysis here. And here's the thing. I try to make it entertaining for everybody. I know a lot of people hate that. They just want to get the picks and move on with their lives, or they want me to sit here like this. The Charlotte Hornets cannot play defense. They are 972nd in terms of historical teams in the year of our Lord 2023 in the previous 55 years of data-driven analysis. Charlotte Hornets can't stop anybody because of interior fluxation and a lack of depth on the interior with no Mark Williams in. See, that's not fun for anybody. Why would I do that? So how about we just, enjoy it while we explain it? How's that sound? So we have Charlotte on one end of the spectrum in terms of pace, all about that pace, no treble. You know how that goes. And then the Pelicans, they're 15th, kind of middle of the road because, I don't know, there's 30 teams in the NBA. So 225 against a bad defensive team that likes to run, a little bit less without Lonzo Ball. I like the over, but I kind of been leaning towards it right now because I hope somehow, some way this drops below 225. If it does, I'm happy to pull the trigger on it, but 227.5, I don't think that that's enough for me to pull the trigger here yet. So it's a wait and see approach. If it drops below 225, we bet it. If it doesn't, we find better things, happier places on the card. the merry-go-round, the heaven, which we have in the last game. Let's get to it. And our nightcap, it's going to be another doozy. Round 2, fight. OKC, LAC, let's party down. The big news, of course, Paul George sounds like he avoided a major knee injury despite getting carted off the floor, ended up getting carted out of the arena. Every Clippers fan had cardiac arrest, even though sounds like he's going to be reevaluated in 2 to 3 weeks, so he's at least out the remainder of the regular season. Could be longer, but that puts a huge urgency on this Clippers team to be competitive and be competitive fast, because in the West, they're 38 and 35, clinging to that 5 seed at this given moment. You can't fall to 7 and be in the play-in game. You just cannot. I mean, you could still win 1 of 2 games and be fine to be in the playoffs, but it's not a great situation without Paul George. It is going to be Kawhi Leonard season, that's for sure. But I'm waiting for those props to drop. We have everything else over here. We have everything from the OKC side. And hey, why don't we talk about that? That lovely Prize Picks card that I hit on Tuesday for all the people in the premium Discord. You can sign up for that below in the video description box below. Use promo code Lindy, get half off the first week. But the savior of the entire night was simply realizing, 1, defensively, the Clippers are doing great work, but 2, nobody's slowing down SGA, especially when it comes to filling out the box score, because lately they haven't been closing games with Josh Giddey, and they did it again on a massive spot, trying to get themselves into playoff consideration on Tuesday. They closed with Isaiah Joe and Aaron Wiggins and guys that you wouldn't expect, but what does that create? It creates 1 less ball handler out on the floor. And it's not just the assist props, because those seem a little inflated. And it's not just the rebounds, because Josh Giddey, taller frame than that of Isaiah Joe and Terrence Mann, not nearly as good of rebounders, but it's the combination of the two that it feels like books are not recognizing. So I did bet the PRAs last time. We talked about that. But last slate, I also bet, and I dropped it in the premium Discord, rebounds plus assists for SGA, and we are going to run it back in the exact same matchup. And without Paul George on the floor, that is one worse defender that you are guaranteed to get out on the floor. So I am locking Shai Gilgeous-Alexander over 10.5 rebounds plus assists. I repeat, it is plus 115 on DraftKings. It was plus 115 last game. Why didn't it move? I do not know. Did I get lucky last time? I don't think so. I truly think this grades out around 12.5 for SGA, and I get it. He's primarily a scorer. I get it. The PRA, he just went nuts towards the end of that third quarter and end of the fourth quarter in order to get us over the hump for that Prize Picks taco. He went over his regular prop as well, over his PRA, and over this rebounds plus assists. But this is still the play that I think is just undervalued at plus money. So again, plus money locks. Sometimes it's about that value. And this one, I have over a 50% expected win percentage anyway. Has to be my favorite play for Thursday's card. And that does it for a quick and easy edition of Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks. Don't forget to check out Bet365. Bet $1, get $365 in bet credits if you live in Colorado, New Jersey, Virginia, or Ohio. I have to count on my fingers because I'm a child. That's how this works. But sign up in the video description box below for premium Discord, for Odd Shopper. I'm telling you, that thing is just a print factory. It's fantastic stuff. But hit me up in the comment section below. I know the people. I know the regulars hanging out down there. You're lurking. Good to see you. Can't wait to watch your video a little bit later. But until Friday, I'm Eric Lindquist. Best of luck in the NBA streets on Thursday.